Do you dread going on vacation? Do you get anxious while you're on vacation? Are you like me who likes to check the inbox every 5 minutes to make sure nothing's on fire while you're on vacation? Well, I got an episode for you. Let's get into it. Good day, YouTube. My name is Ali, and this is Work vs. Life, a show that promises to give you creative ideas and advice to help you win back your workday and your vacation. So vacation time is really important for all of us. We need this time because it's the time that we use to relax and reset our brains and minds. But work is tough. It's amazing how you work all year long and you get a couple of weeks to be able to enjoy time with your family and friends. And this time is important and it's sacred and it's designed for you to be able to relax. But what I want to show you guys is how do you alleviate any type of anxiety that you may have when you're out on vacation, and how do you make sure that when you come back from vacation, you have everything set and it's ready to go so you don't have to think about it while you're on vacation. So you can't work pedal to the metal all the time. You need to be able to give yourself some breaks. What we did was we went out and we asked some working professionals about vacation anxiety. We asked them, do you get anxious when you're on vacation? And what do you feel when you come back from vacation? And they gave us some really important things. They talked about anxiety. They talked about motivation. They talked about feeling out of the loop. So my goal here is to give you advice and some tips on how you can formulate a plan and get to your vacation with less anxiety. And when you come back from vacation, you'll have everything planned out in a way where you're not guessing about work and you're not feeling anxious that you're out of the loop and you're motivated. All this means that you're gonna be refreshed when you come back from vacation. That's the ultimate goal. We want you to go to vacation, feel relaxed, have a great time, and be able to come back to work feeling 100% refreshed and ready to go. So it's all about mindset. It's all about knowing when to work hard and when to play hard. I live by this. You've spent months working on a project and now the project's done, so you get to take some time off and reward yourself and reap the benefits of your hard work. That mindset is something that you should take to vacation with you, because vacation is reward time for you for all your hard work. So let's strategize and come up with a plan ahead of time to be able to have a successful vacation. So we want you to get organized and we want you to ramp up your productivity early. The idea here is to spend 2 months prior to your vacation getting everything aligned. And within those 60 days, spend 30 minutes every day doing something to get yourself ready for vacation. That's 20 hours worth of time that you could pre-plan for your vacation in a comfortable manner and get everything set up. Make a list of all the things you think are gonna go wrong while you're on vacation. I want you to identify what makes you anxious, because as soon as you see all these things that make you anxious, you're gonna realize they're not that big of a deal. They're just work things. Spend time working on those and make sure those have been taken care of. Set a date 2 weeks prior to your vacation where you have everything done. That includes packing your bags. Go get your swimsuit. Go get your toothbrush. Go get your sunscreen. Get all this stuff ahead of time. Why? Because you want to give yourself a buffer. The week prior to your vacation should be a week where you're at work, taking care of some loose ends, and you're ready to just go on vacation because your bags are packed. You're always going to have these last minute things that are going to go wrong. So that week prior to your vacation, just worry about that. Now you're thinking, well, Ali, this is obvious. Yeah, I can do all this stuff, but I don't know, I'm gonna waste time and not do it. That is where the anxiety comes from. If you don't plan this stuff ahead of time and you don't give yourself a buffer before you leave on vacation, you're going to be more anxious when you leave for vacation. So one key point about vacations is that you need to be able to let things go. And that's not very easy. In reality, you're probably not letting it go and you're just telling yourself that you're letting it go. What I want to do here is give you some tactical ideas on how you can actually let things go because you've planned for them ahead of time. Create a list of all the things that make you anxious. I would say create that list and then put the solution right next to it as well too. For example, you have a boss that may call you while you're on vacation. That's going to cause a lot of anxiety. So plan a meeting 1 month prior to your vacation with your boss so you can set out all the things that he or she is planning for you for the next 60 days, and you can talk about prioritizing these tasks and making sure that he or she knows that you're going to be working on these tasks for the next 60 days. They will love you for this because you're coming to them proactively and saying, I want to be productive and I want you to tell me what you want me to work on and I want to make a list for that. That is an amazing act of productivity in the boss's eyes exercise, but also it's gonna help you alleviate anxiety on vacation because you've planned it out ahead of time. So another issue that you may have on your lists may be something along the lines of being looped out of projects or out of communication with something and then having to catch up on that when you get back from vacation. So you would put a solution in place that would be something along the lines of having a meeting with your team to go over everything that is outstanding on that project and what your roles and responsibilities are. So you communicate that with your team, you dictate to them that you're going to be working on this, and you're also going on vacation too. So they're aware that you're going to be out for a few days in the middle of all this stuff, and there's no communication breakdown of what needs to get done. If you find my tips about vacation anxiety helpful, go ahead and like this video so the information spreads to others. And what I want you guys to do is leave a comment on what vacation anxieties you guys have so I know how to work on better videos for you. The next key point is what feels like the world's longest word: compartmentalization. You don't want work to leak into your relaxation time while you're on vacation. So I'm going to give you some rules here that you can use while you're on vacation to help compartmentalize your work. Rule number 1, don't do it. Don't go into your phone and start answering messages from work. As a matter of fact, maybe while you're on vacation, you need to disconnect your work inbox from your phone so you're not getting these notifications and you're not tempted to read your email. I understand that's hard, but let me give you some insight here. If it was an emergency, they would call you. If it's a work thing and they're just emailing you, they probably know you're on vacation already and they know that it could wait. Rule number 2 is disconnect work notifications from your phone immediately. You don't need them while you're on vacation, so just shut them down, because that is how you get led into a bunch of stuff. For example, we use Slack for work here all the time. A lot of times we have candid conversations on Slack. Most of the time we have work conversations on Slack. But if that notification is on and somebody just sends you a quick message on how you doing and you respond back to them, they might say, oh, by the way, I took care of that thing for work. And the next thing you know, you're starting to talk about work again. You don't need to do that. Respect your vacation time. Respect yourself on vacation and know that this relaxation time is designed for you to be able to recharge your battery so you can come back to work even better and stronger, and in most cases, even more creative. Another rule, but I would say it's more like a tip, is if you have a lot of work-related apps on your phone, I would take those and put them in one folder away from everything else while you're on vacation. Why? Because people tend to just automatically want to click on those icons when they're going in their phones. So you may be on your phone with the map up and you're looking for directions to the beach, but all of a sudden you see the icon for Outlook and you click on that, and next thing you know, you're checking your inbox. People innately sometimes, because of habit, will click on work icons on their phone when they don't need to. But that quick click might open up a whole world of work-related items that you don't need to see at that moment. Let it sit. Tuck everything into a folder so you don't even get tempted. Let's talk a little bit about getting back to work after vacation. Your vacation is winding down and you need to come back to work. How do you lift up your motivation? How do you get back into the swing of things? How do you go back to the place that you were escaping when you were trying to get ready for vacation, right? This is important. Work is good, but you need to make it good for yourself. So plan your return to work in advance. Don't go on vacation and not have a plan for Monday morning. The idea here is to set up a schedule and fill your schedule up with tasks that need to happen for when you get back to work. So when you're on vacation, there's no second guessing what is going to happen on Monday. You already have it planned out, so it's set it and forget it. And how awesome is it that you already have a task list set up? So create that smart list, and the next tip would be put a bunch of 5-minute tasks in there that are fast action tasks that get you in the groove for work immediately. That will help with motivation, because if you start knocking things off your list immediately, you're gonna feel like you're getting things accomplished Monday morning, and that's gonna set the tone for the rest of the week. That is very important. So my advice is 5-minute and 20-minute tasks first thing on Monday. Reply back to all those inbox emails that you got, follow up with your team, follow up with your boss, and just feel good about the fact that you're sitting there and getting work done. So another concept that I think really works well, it works for me, it may not work for everybody, is why not take a vacation in the middle of the week, like Wednesday, and then come back on a Wednesday? And you're like, wait, why would I want to do something crazy like that? Well, if you suffer from like motivation issues or getting out of the groove too fast, if you supplement supplement your vacation with a couple of work days ahead of time, what ends up happening is you don't feel disconnected from work and you don't feel like you fell out of the groove that fast. So what does that look like? You start on a Wednesday, so it gives you 2 days of work, kind of getting yourself into the groove. You have a nice long weekend, and you come back on a Wednesday, but then you have 2 days of work, and then you go right back into vacation mode for another 2 days. So I like to call this term vacation tritation. It's dosing your vacation into your week in a way where you don't demotivate yourself because you got a little bit of work in the beginning of the week, and then when you come back, you got a little bit of work at the end of the week. And that gives you the ability of never falling out of the groove, never getting disconnected from the project, but you get a big chunk of time off, and then you get a little bit more time off at the end of the week so you can ease back into a full work week. All this is about being good to yourself and giving yourself time to be able to go out and relax and spend time with the people that matter the most to you. Work is important, we get it. We all love to work hard. But in the beginning of the video, I said, work hard, play hard mentality allows you to reward yourself. Vacations are a reward that you give yourself and your family for all the hard work you guys have put out through the years. You deserve to have them, but you need to respect the boundaries that you set for yourself here. Respect your time to relax. These tips that I gave you are just that. They're tips to help you balance your life and win back your vacation. So in preparation for your vacation, I talk a lot about these smart lists. I created a video here. I would recommend going back and watching that video because those tips will help you plan your vacation better.